What is happening, guys? Aradhya Gupta here from Internal Combustion, and welcome back to Wisdom Wednesdays, wherein we'll be talking about something very, very specific. Today, we will be talking about something super, super interesting, and that is drifting. So essentially when you are wanting to drift a car, पहली बात तो एक चीज आपको बता दूं, कुछ चीजों का खास ध्यान रखना बड़ा जरूरी है when you're wanting to drift. Couple of those things include, first of all, safety. You have to ensure that you're wearing a helmet, your car is properly equipped. Secondly, you need to make sure that you are in a safe environment and a closed environment. For example, अगर आप कोई एकदम बड़े ओपन पार्किंग लॉट में हैं या आप एक रेस ट्रैक के रेस ट्रैक के ऊपर आप कर रहे हैं जहाँ पे कि चारों तरफ you need to ensure there are no people or cars around you. One is that you need to ensure that the car is mechanically absolutely fit and fine and healthy enough. Second very important thing, or probably that should be the first thing, is that your car needs to be a rear wheel drive or a four-wheel drive. But for this video, we will talk about a car being rear wheel drive as a must. इनर्शिया क्या होता है बेसिकली कि अगर आप मान लीजिए यू आर मूविंग इन अ सर्टेन डायरेक्शन, अगर आप फॉरवर्ड मूव कर रहे हैं एंड आप सडनली ब्रेक करते हैं, तो आपने एक चीज ऑब्जर्व करी होगी कि अगर आप बिना सीट बेल्ट के हैं एंड इफ यू स्टॉप द कार सडनली, योर बॉडी विल टेंड टू कीप मूविंग फॉरवर्ड. द कार विल स्टॉप बट योर बॉडी विल टेंड टू कीप मूविंग फॉरवर्ड इन द सेम डायरेक्शन. ड्रिफ्टिंग में क्या होता है, कुछ बहुत सिमिलर चीज होती है व्हेन यू आर ट्राइंग टू ड्रिफ्ट अ व्हीकल. So let us divide the car into two parts. आप गाड़ी को ये फ्रंट हाफ समझिए एंड इस पार्ट को रियर हाफ समझिए. सो द फ्रंट हाफ हैज अ स्टीयरिंग. ऑब्वियसली मतलब कहने की जरूरत नहीं है, बट एवरीबडी नोज दैट द फ्रंट हाफ ऑफ द कार हैज अ स्टीयरिंग एंड द रियर हाफ हैज द ड्राइव शाफ्ट, और शुड आई से द एक्सल. रियर व्हील्स जो है, रियर व्हील्स के ऊपर सारा का सारा पावर आएगा विच विल initiate the drift. So what happens is कि when you're trying to initiate a drift, there are two ways to do it. One is when you're at a standstill, and when you're at a standstill, what you try to do is you press the clutch, step on the accelerator, rev up the engine, and obviously with the car put in one of the gears, probably the first gear, and then you leave the clutch very rapidly. What will happen is there will be a sudden surge of power on the rear wheels that will make the rear wheels start to spin. The car will not have traction, but the wheels will start spinning because आपने एकदम suddenly clutch छोड़ा है. Understand the fact कि पीछे अब आपके पास traction नहीं है and front wheel से अगर आप steering घुमाएंगे, so you will be able to set a direction. So for instance, if you've turned the steering towards right and your rear wheels are spinning because you have left the clutch rapidly, the car will start turning towards the right, and because there is no traction at the back but there is all power available at the back tires and the wheels are spinning, the rear end of the car will be pushed towards the direction. Second is when your car is in motion. For example, agar aapki gaadi already it's in motion, say at a certain speed, then what you need to do is you will use the handbrake technique. You use the handbrake, you lock the rear wheels, the car will keep moving front, but there is no traction because the wheels are jammed. And like the first technique, you use the front wheel to give the car a direction. So for instance, if the car is turning left and your wheels are jammed, piche wale, so then automatically the front end of the car will make the car move towards the left, and because there is no traction at the rear end, the tail will start moving out towards the opposite direction. Once the tail starts moving in the opposite direction, then what you need to do is step on the accelerator as hard as possible and create the oversteer. Now, अब आपका क्वेश्चन ये होगा कि यार ड्रिफ्ट का टाइम जो है, ड्यूरेशन जो है, वो कैसे हम लोग इंक्रीज करें या सस्टेन करें. Now that completely depends on how much you practice and how intelligently or smartly you are able to modulate the throttle. अगर आप ज्यादा थ्रॉटल दबा देंगे सो द रेयर व्हील विल हैव सो मच पावर दैट इट विल एंड अप स्पिनिंग आउट, और आपकी गाड़ी पूरी घूम जाएगी एक ही पॉइंट पे एंड द ड्रिफ्ट विल कट आउट. But at the same time, the moment you sense that the car is sliding and oversteer जैसे ही आपको लगता है हो रहा है, आप थोड़ा सा throttle कम कर दो. So then it will control the tail out. और जहां आपको लगता है कि ड्रिफ्ट एक पॉइंट पे आके सैचुरेट हो गया है, खत्म हो गया है, and the tail is now starting to grip, the moment you sense that there is a grip at the tail end of the car, you increase the input on the accelerator so that वो पीछे वाला जो tail है, आप गाड़ी का जो tail है, वो constantly out ही रहेगा. So I guess that is something very briefly how I could explain to you all about drifting. Please leave your comments if you feel I could explain better. And thank you so much for watching the video. Take care. Aradhya Gupta this side from Internal Combustion signing out.